You know what else happened today? You were very excited about this today. I hadn't heard about it, so I had to
Oh,
go research. Kevin calls me. He goes, "Hey, are you watching this UFO stuff?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "The hearing, the UFO hearing." I go, "What? The Hunter Biden? Are you talking about?" It's like, "No, no. There is evidence. Finally, they're talking about it." Kevin goes, "We are not alone." What are you talking about? I went to my CNN on my phone. That finally, I found it on CBS. The hearings today about they're not calling them UFOs. They're, what are they again?
who fucking knows?
What is it called? Here, I want to be able to have the right information for the UAPs. Over the years, that our government has had reported by actually members of the Air Force and the Navy, and one of them, actually, was it 3 of them testified today? That David Grush and 2 others.
Yeah. Wow. They had this whole reverse engineering thing. So then, like earlier, I think it was yesterday, there was this black girl was railing some fucking guy from like the Defense Department or something like that, and she's like, and on this Raptor, the F-35 Raptor situation, how is it that $89 million is missing from that, and there's $330 million missing from this? And I'm thinking to myself, when you watch those fucking films and they've got a Mach 2 fighter jet trailing behind a flying saucer and then it vanishes to Mach 12, guess what, sweetheart? You don't really want that fucking in the books.
Well, that's what they were saying. There was a lot of money spent keeping the information
why do you fucking
from Congress.
Why do we not have fucking anything like, if China takes Taiwan, we're fucked. We don't have semiconductors. We're fucked. They've been trying. Here's the United States in a nutshell. You know what, man? We don't have semiconductors. During COVID, fucking, we basically were shut down. We need to fucking start to produce semiconductors. Everyone knows that the fucking air has to be, being beyond the purest air in the world. You can't have dust. You can't have anything. You know what? We need to do this, and we need to do it in the Arizona desert. Like, what?
Right.
You couldn't do it here in Daytona Beach on the ocean, where the fucking sand blows. I mean, you get up in the morning, there's a foot of sand in your fucking garage. Like, what the fuck? So, and then it was like all of a sudden, like for a while there, like Turkey was kind of butting around with the NATO shit. And then all of a sudden, there was like a bunch of UFO sightings around Turkey. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, huh. And they just show up and they just vanish and they're not on your radar. Gee, could you imagine if they were fucking dropping fucking some shit on your ass?
Well, I think the issue here is that Congress doesn't have access to, forget about the alien aspect. Everyone goes right to the alien stuff here. But if this is anything developed by an enemy of the people, some kind of weapon or something, or spying device, not like the big balloons that fall out of the sky that we covered, but now it's a security issue. Right now, it's a national security issue. So,
if it's not ours,
right? That's right. Exactly what I mean. Right. Yeah. So I can understand Congress's concern in not being able to have the information sent to them.
Well, I would too until you saw fucking Mitch McConnell today do the fucking 10th Avenue freeze out.
That motherfucker was not real.
What the fuck, man? You guys are worried about fucking there being another Biden, and Biden's in charge of the bad army, and Trump is in charge of the good army, and the bad army gave the ornaments to the fucking the Ukrainians, and well, what's Mitch McConnell? What's the motherfucker? He's
He
third in
short
line.
circuited a little bit today at a press
Yeah.
conference.
I thought I was just like, are we gonna have fucking some congressional talk here today, or is this fucking the next fucking season of Westworld? Like,
I
what
don't know
the
what
fuck,
do you think
man?
happened? It seemed medical in nature at first, but then he came out later on and they said, everything was fine. I think he just shit himself.
I think he's
I think there's an
190.
incontinence
I
issue.
think they talk shit about Biden because he fucking everyone. I mean, every once in a while he goes. I listened to this radio guy. I wish I would have remembered what his name was. But when my Mustang was fucking up, I lost FM, but my AM would work. And the only thing I could get was like talk radio. And the only thing that's like really was like dominant that you could listen to was like Hannity, and it's God. This guy's name's like uh, Ron Pax or something like that. It's on. Oh, he's got a. Oh fuck, man. He was playing snippets of Biden. He's got a woman that's on with him, and she's like, he keeps saying, you're from the news. You can't tell me what he's saying. And it's you can. They was talking about Biden was fumble fucking over that turbine thing that they were making, and it was he kept saying it was a vessel and all this other shit, and it was so funny because he goes on like three different tyrants about Biden not being able to talk,
Mhm.
and what possibly could he be talking about. Then they go to commercial break, and they come back, and it's Fox News shoot news, and they do snippets of Biden's speech that day and basically explain exactly everything he was talking about. And I'm like, did he know they were going to, like, now you just look like a whiny cunt.
You didn't know what was coming. You didn't
Yeah,
read the next segment very
you didn't.
clearly.
Yeah, they didn't realize that they were just going to blow your shit out of the water, and then you come back, and obviously you don't listen to the fucking, like, you don't have access, like it's not, and then that you just go back into your fucking shtick. I'm like, God, man. I looked him up, and I'm just like, oh, I'd so fucking punch that dude right in the fucking, like, what a fucking tool.
I was even listening today. You got this local station down here, like an 80s station. I leave on for the music, but they have like a morning zoo crew, and they're obviously making fun of. We know how they're leaning, so they're making fun of Biden, and they're playing clips when Biden errantly he was talking about COVID and the other day, and he was talking about even though it's over, don't forget the all the people who died. And he said like 100. I think was or like 1,000. He misspoke. He said the number wrong while he was talking to the press. So they hyper fixate on the things that an old dude sometimes gets wrong in his impromptu
But he is
speeches.
spitting shit out. He's not just fucking.
No, he's factual. He's trying to give facts, but then we covered the Florida the thing early with the Florida Department of Education. How can so much time be dedicated to like the errors in speech versus what real policy shit is going? I don't so much care. Even if it was a Republican in office, we'd all have a laugh when they misspoke. Presidents speak all day long and they're recorded. They've all fucked up stuff on all sides of the spectrum.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I heard fucking George Bush fucking say, "Fool me once, fool me twice." Whatever.
That was practically a Sid Vicious promo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Dan Quayle couldn't spell potato. That's right. So they all get caught.
Well, my whole thing is this, though. It's just like when it comes down to it, okay, it's going to be Biden versus Trump. And you just have to fucking look at it. People say, "Oh, you and Sean, I can't believe like you guys are fucking." We're not fucking homers for fucking Biden.
No, I would love an alternative.
Absolutely. But
Jon
you know
Stewart.
what? When it comes down to it, I tell my wife this. She goes, "What? Are you going to vote for him again?" I said, "Honey, it's the lesser of two evils. I believe in a democratic society. I believe in democracy. I believe in freedom. That this fucking Trump wants to be a dictator.
Right.
I mean, it's just."
Yeah, they're fascists.
And they somehow say that fucking the left. I'm thinking like, what? What the? And you got fucking Grain going, we need a civil war, and you got the other fucking asshole saying we need a civil war. And I'm thinking, and exactly who's going to fight in this civil war? You know,
I would love
because
an independent, Kevin, but you'd be wasting your vote on one.